Hello, 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 good afternoon. It is Pip here. It is Monday. Oh, my chair's creaking again. It's Monday. Hopefully it's not too moody. It's actually bright and sunny for the first time in about 3 days, I think. It's been that rainy here. I don't know if it's been as rainy where you are, but here it's been absolutely mentally raining. Like all day and all night. I felt like Noah at one point, thinking maybe I should get an ark. Anyway, so hopefully you're going to be joining me today. We're going to be talking about some of the things that we talked about at the World Card Making Day. These were the cards that I made at World Card Making Day. So if you haven't seen that, hi Ange, I can see Ange is on, I can see Bev is on, morning, afternoon even, honey. Yeah, I do that too. I just thought I'd share these with you in case you hadn't seen them. So this one was based on the layout that that we had for the weekend or the day. It was just thinking of you card. Okay, so that's that one. And then I made these. So simple stamping at its best. So happy for you, and also slightly jealous. Obviously somebody moving into a new house, because you make me smile. That's all right, Bev, I do it all the time. Again, just the house and a little sentiment with some paper. Then we stepped it up with colouring, lots of colouring in, and some die cutting out and some bling. Okay, hi Lisa Jane, how are you? And then my friend Jean came on and she did this card as her layout, which I loved. And I like this so much that I thought I'm going to make some more of these today. But not that exact design. I'm going to change it up and play with it because, you know, that's what we do. So this is the stamp set. And I'm doing a special offer this month. So, you know, every month I have a host code, which I haven't written down on my board. That's dreadful. I haven't got my crown with me today, have I? So thanks, Marilyn. Hi Becky. So I haven't written down my host code, which is really rubbish. I should do that really. I'll try and do that before we leave today. But anyway, normally I have a host code. I have one. It's up on my website. And if you place an order and use my host code, everybody gets a crafty gift. And people have sometimes said, what is your crafty gift? So generally my crafty gift is like a make. So I keep them in here. So you might get anything. I don't know what this one's got in it. But you get an envelope, you get some card, you get some paper, some ribbon. Oh, this is just one of my cards from Simply Stylish. So yeah, so you might get that one. Or you might get, what's this one got in it? You might get this one. It's got more ribbon in it, different kind of ribbon. Oh, this one's got some die cuts in it and a few bits. So basically every time I run a class or make some cards, I always make up extra packets. And then those go into my monthly giveaway. So anyone who orders from me online and uses my host code will get one of these. So, you know, it's just something you can try out. You can get to see papers and dies and stuff that you don't have and play with stuff. And then the people who do that and generally make stuff and then post it up on my customer group, on my VIP group, so people can see what they've had in their crafty make, which is lovely. I really like that. But if you order over £25, then you also get a share of the host rewards. Okay, and then all the orders go together, and then at the end of the month we close the order off, and all the host rewards are split between everybody. And then in September I also offered for anyone over £50 that they would get 5 hand stamp cards made by me with envelopes. So that was September. October, anyone who, so in October you get your crafty gift same as ever, for everybody. And if you order over £25, you're going to get in the host reward share. But if you order over £50, then I'm going to put you in a draw and you're going to win one of these stamp sets. Okay, depending on how many orders and how many people, might be 2 winners, but at the moment I have plans for 1, and we'll see how we go, because I just think they're lovely. And every one that's sold, £2.50 goes towards a children's charity for like adoption, foster care, etc. And I think that's great. So because, you know, foster kids want to go home, don't they? They want to get to a home. So I like that whole kind of concept. So that's what I'm doing this month. And then, which I should really have written down, online tutorials for overseas international like anyone not in the UK basically, are still available. So if you want to order those, that's cool. You can do that if you do it up front, you get an opportunity to come along to our Zoom sessions. If you do it after the event, obviously you'll just have the recording tutorials on video. But if you do it up front, then you'll get to come. And I'm doing imperial and metric, so everyone's okay across the water. Okay, so I have cut up a whole bunch of these things. We've got some mats, we've got some layers, we've got some different colours. And I thought it would be nice to make a couple of cards with this, because I like this stamp set. It just really opens up a lot of opportunity, and you can do it really simply without a lot of colouring, or you can add a load of colouring in if you really want to get creative. But I also thought I'd really like to match it with swirly frames, because I just think if I stamp the frame and then put the house in the middle of it, I reckon it will fit. I reckon that one will fit. This little one will fit for sure. Maybe a couple of these would fit. Maybe even the big one will fit, actually, thinking about it. It does, look at that. So I just thought matching swirly frames with it, it would work that way for that one. We could do a portrait one for that. But definitely those will fit in it. Or you could put it in a circle. So I just thought we'll do some playing around with that sort of stuff. Okay? So let us see what we've got. Do you know we made over 500 cards on World Card Making Day, and the numbers are still growing. There's still people telling us how many they finished off on Saturday, so that's great. And it all started with I think I might do a little craft along for my customers. What do you reckon? And Sarah went, oh well, I don't mind doing one with you. And I said, well, maybe we should just join them together. And then it was like, the next thing we know, we had 10 hours of crafting. It was fairly spectacular, really, and completely unexpected from what we were planning originally. Okay, so I'm just going to use that one to start off with, and I want to do some simple stamping. Okay, so let's see, these are my small mats. So these are my 9.5 by 13.9 layers. Okay, these ones. I'm going to get my mat out. Where's it gone? This thing. Need this thing, not that. I've got enough of that. And we'll start doing some stamping. Oh look, I've already come so far down you can't see me. Right, let's move all this stuff out of the way. Right, okay, pop those up there. Let's move back to here so that people can see what we're doing. Right, that might be a good idea. Okay, so I thought if we did a little bit of old olive on the swirly frame. I like these frames. They were in the sale, so I don't know how many of you managed to pick them up, but I know they have been popular. I'm really croaky. I'm very sorry. I'm going to have a drink in a second of my tea, because I'm very croaky for some reason. I don't know why. Probably all that chatting on Saturday. Right. Let's pop that down. I'm not sure it's entirely straight, but you know, I'm not that bothered. Oh, it's not bad. The thing is with swirly frames, it doesn't really matter because it's all kind of like off a bit anyway. It's a bit off this side, so what I might do is I might just add the sentiment on that side, and then it'll make it look a little bit more balanced. Okay, then I'm going to put my little house in. I'm going to go for this one, I think. I wonder if it looks better that way up. Oh, it kind of looks better that way up. I could do something down the side. Let's do that. Okay, so this one will still fit in there that way, or I could go for the bigger house and go that way. So I might do that one. Let's do this one. Now for these, I'm going to use my blends again because they just work so nicely, but you could use your watercolour pencils or Wink of Stella or blender pen or whatever you've got. Okay, but I'm just going to use alcohol markers because that's what I had. Hi Jan, how are you? Are you good? Hey Sue. Oh, you're waiting to go to an appointment. Oh, I'll catch up later. Yes, absolutely. I'm doing some simple stamping and then a little bit more complicated stamping in a minute. So, but I just start off with a bit of simple. I hope you're okay. So, let's put our house down. Hopefully it'll be a kind of straightish. Oh, look at that. That's all right now. There we go. So now we can do a little bit of colouring in. Oh, let me just take a swig of my tea. Chat amongst yourselves for a minute. Right, so let's do some colouring in. Now I have absolutely fallen in love with the I didn't bring my greens over. Oh, that was a bit silly. need them. I've fallen in love with the red roofs. So I've been doing sort of red circly bits on the bottom all the way along. Nothing too spectacularly difficult. And then a bit of dark at the top. Like so. Don't do what I did though, and on Saturday leave the lid off of your ivory pen, so it's now dead. So I now need to order myself a new one. Do not leave your lids off. Yeah, I did the same with my my old olive, but thankfully I already had a spare, so that's okay. Dear me, I was that excited and that exhausted by the time I was flitting in between doing curries, Thai curries, and crafting. I forgot to put my lid back. It's cardinal sin, that, forgetting to put your lid back on your blend. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's only one, so that's okay. Okay. So then I'm going to just start to blend tops in and the bottoms in. This would have been a great blends class, wouldn't it, girls, don't you think? And boys, sorry. Oh, we could have done a good one with this, I reckon. But I didn't think about using these. I don't know why. Still, the Bloom and Grow one's out with you now, so you should be hopefully enjoying that at the moment. And then we've got gnomes next, haven't we? Gnomes. Everybody's in for the gnomes. I like that. I'm going to do a red door. So I'm keeping this house pretty simple. Hey Georgina, how are you? Just a little bit of colour in. There we go. And I think I'm going to give some of these away. So if anyone who's here at the end, we'll do a little bit of a random pick. And I will, like I did before, and we'll send some of these away. Some of these are going to be my thank you cards this month, just saying. So you might get one already if you've done if you've ordered with me recently. But you know, you might want another one. So hang around, be with us till the end, and I'll pick somebody out to get one. So this is cinnamon cider. Put that in there. Okay. You'll be pleased to know that I have all my ink pads now. Finally have all arrived, which is grand. So I can start tidying the rest of my room and getting it ready. Hi Sheila. To do a little bit of a grand reveal. So, you know, craft room show off might be coming at some point. Now, I like that quite a lot. I have got here some real red sheer ribbon. Okay. And I know it's real red, but because it's sheer, it doesn't look that far. It's just a tone darker than the green. Than the Poppy Parade. So I'm wondering if I could just put that down the side and hide the fact that it's a bit wider than the other. Or does that make it worse, do you think? What do you think? That's all right, Sheila. I know exactly what you mean. I kind of like the idea of that. Actually, I might just pop it down like half. That's better. Pop it down half and put the sentiment on top. There we go. I've just gone casually without even waiting for any of your suggestions. So, but keep them coming in, and I will see whether they improve on my idea, because generally they do. We are talking simple stamping though here, so I'm not going to do anything too fancy. I just want people to see that you don't need to have masses and masses of stuff to make really nice cards for people. That's kind of what I'm thinking anyway. Obviously, if you have masses and masses of stuff, you can make amazing cards for people, and we do that all the time. So don't worry, we'll do a bit more of the amazing stuff in a minute. I like the idea of it going that way. I like the idea of it coming down here over the top. Got myself another seal. It's arrived, so that's good. Of course it's new, so the lid's a bit tight. Oh, come on, not that tight. There we go. And then I'm going to just get it, so you have to get them started, and then gently, it needs to be on a flat surface, a hard surface, not a soft surface though. Come on. Oh, there we are. Definitely started now. There we go. Perfect. Now what have I done with my ribbon? Had that a minute ago. What have I done with it? I've lost it. Look, see, the gremlins have been here. What have I done with that now? You all saw me. You're all my witnesses. You saw me cut a bit of ribbon. And what did I do? Where has it gone? Not there, not there. Has it gone on the floor? Big creak, sorry. As I try and see where my ribbon's gone. I might have to do another. Oh, I see it. Look at that. It's wafted. It's because it's so sheer. It's wafted itself to the other side of my desk. Lovely. Right. Okay. But that's okay. We're just going to tuck that piece just down there, I think, like so. And I'm not attaching that there yet because I'm going to use the sentiment to attach that. Now, I'm going to put this on a green base, I think. Old olive base. You all having lunch? Enjoying yourselves? I had my lunch before I came, I have to say. I tend to eat early on a Monday. This afternoon it's all about postage and packaging. I have a lot of postage and a lot of packaging to do. Okay, so then we're going to hold that open. However, I can't get to the post office tomorrow, so they'll be going in the post on Wednesday, but I just want to get them all done today. Okay, so if you're waiting for a thank you from me, it'll go out on Wednesday. Hey Leslie, how are you? But I'm also sending out all my team stuff. So that will be coming out to everybody who's earned them. All my team rewards and stuff. We're going to talk a bit more about that on Saturday at team training. Look at that. See, I like that. That looks a bit weird hanging up there, but it's going to come down here and I like that. I quite like that very much. Okay, so then we'll put an inner in it. And on the inner, I thought we could do a bit of stamping as well, because I did like that. No, that's different colours. Where are my white pieces gone? Oh, look, I'm getting all myself oops, messy already. I've only been here 5 minutes. You're eating your lunch, that's good. Sheila, you'll collect yours. Okay, my love. If you want me to do that, I can do that when you come and get your retreat box. Because that's all, but that won't be till next week. Because I'm packing them all up this weekend with Sean, bless him. Actually, I think he actually quite likes helping out a little bit. Because he said, oh, I helped with the, hi Vivian, 18 cards from the bases. And now you're cooking. Excellent. Ah, it's lovely. That's brilliant. Well done. But yeah, I think Sean actually quite enjoyed doing a spot of packaging for me and helping me. Oh, it didn't take very long. I can help you do that. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. I quite like the little lamppost actually. I might just put the little lamppost on the inside because it's so cute. What do you think? I think maybe the lamppost. Maybe some Daffodil Delight stars because I've got a Daffodil Delight. So let's see what we got here. Tiny, tiny, skinny one for this. And we can just do that in Memento because lampposts are black or can be black, so that's good. Oh, hi Jane, I didn't know you were there. Hello. I must have missed you. Yeah, I think that's a great result. We did fantastically, I think, on Saturday. There we go, little lamppost. And then, that is so cute. And then Daffodil Delight. Oh no, that's crushed curry. Where's my Daffodil Delight? Oh, it's a new one. It's one of my new ones. Let's open that. Open that up. Let's get that sorted. Yeah, I finally got them all sorted. They're all here and in my it looks so nice now. It's all filled up. Yeah, now it's full. We're all filled up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight and just put like, I know it's snow, but I'm kind of thinking if I put it across the lamppost like that, it almost looks like the lights coming out of the lamppost. You probably can't see that. Let me bring that up there. So I've just done a couple of little stars. Hey cat. So just one star on that side with one of them filling the centre, and then one on that side with the same one filling, doing that. Why did they crush a curry? I don't know. It's a bit sad, that name, isn't it? Crushed curry. But it is. Oh dear. But yeah, anyway, so there we go. So that works, doesn't it? And then I do want to put something on the front of this, but I'm kind of thinking, oh, look, see, I've got You're So Fabulous, which could go on the inside, and then Thanks, that could go on the outside. Hey, Emma Louise, how are you? Oh, something says, looks good, Pip. Okay, I didn't see who said that, but thank you. You're just so fabulous. Look at that. I mean, that's my saying. How did I miss this stamp set until the sale? As soon as it was in the sale, I mean, that's not true, actually. I had been looking at it beforehand, and I just kept forgetting to order it. I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll get round to that, I'll get round to that. It has got the most amazing sentiments on it. This is this one, Many Mates. Look at that. Just thinking of you, get well soon, happy anniversary. Cool. It's your day, could be anything. Happy birthday, great. You're just so fabulous. Now my perfect saying, okay. Congrats, celebrate, and thanks. I mean, you can't really get much better than that in a sentiment set. And then it's got things like better yet, because you make me smile, on your retirement, right? We haven't had a retirement for ages. Life is better with you. You totally earned it. Great for my team. Today is all about you. I'm glad you were born. That's nice. You're so nice. You're so nice. That's a nice one. This calls for a huge celebration. And then the one I used on Saturday, so happy for you and also slightly jealous. So, which, again, it's kind of me. It's kind of my sayings. So there you go. So yeah, I love this set. So we'll be getting to know this set quite a lot over the coming months. Obviously there's Christmas and Halloween in the way, but you know, we can still use these sentiments all the way through the season, I reckon. So we'll pop that on there, stick that down. So this is a 10 by 14.4 in case anybody's interested, following along maybe. How many of you have got this stamp set out there? Because I think it is a popular one. Be interested to know. I'm going to do thank you. I think I'm going to do thanks. Where's thanks? Here. Let me know if you have it already, because I think a lot of people thought they weren't quite sure what they could do with this stamp set. I understand that. And it can be a little bit daunting, I guess. Oh, Vivian's got it. Bev hasn't got it. Could win it, Bev. You never know. Let's do thanks like that. Look at that. It's going to come across there with the ribbon underneath it. Oh, looking lovely. So I'm going to chop that about there-ish, I think. Just to start off with. I know it's crooked, but that's okay. This one I'm going to do... Oh, I've got the new banner punch. Oh, I didn't bring it out. Oh, I bought the little banner punch, so I'm not sure, but maybe we'll just do my normal like that one for this. You haven't got it? Sheila's on order. Have you already had a play with what you could do with the stamp set that wouldn't be Christmas related? Well, I don't think any of these are Christmas related, so because you make me smile, okay, it's got trees in the background. This is a moving card, so happy for you, but also slightly jealous. And then this one's a thank you card. So not particularly Christmassy. Okay, it's got some, I mean, I thought they would look more like stars than snowflakes, but I guess they're snowflakes. And then these are all thank you cards that I'm doing today. So yeah, all of these are non-Christmas related. Because I think it's quite easy to do Christmas related ones because they show you those in the catalogue. I think it's harder to do ones that are not Christmas related because you might not have any examples. Well, Bev, I think you've already entered. You've already been entered. What am I doing? Here we go. So you might be on the list already though to be in that drawer. Okay, so I'm going to put my sentiment sort of down here-ish. So I'm going to glue dot there-ish. There's a lot of ishing going on, like so, because that's going to be hidden anyway. Oh, it's the colour choices. Yeah, you could do anything. I'm going to do some pool party in a minute, you'll see. Pool party is not particularly Christmassy. I just like red roofs. My roof is red, so I kind of go with that. My house has a red tiled roof because it actually looks quite like this. It's a very well, except it's only got 2 windows because it's smaller than this. It's just a 2 up, 2 down. So we don't have nothing fancy like two windows. God, be fancy that. No, Sheila, you're not, honey, because you're a teamie. This is a giveaway for my customers. I do different giveaways for my teamies. You know that, honey. You don't lose out. You just get different things. Okay, so I do need to just trim that off a little bit there. There we go, like so. And then, rather than my red rhinestones, which I do believe are a bit Christmassy, although quite frankly you could use them with anything, I'm going to use ordinary rhinestones for a change. If I can find my box. Where's my box? Here we go. So, here we go. Let's do this. So I'm thinking just a few down the side here. There we go. There we go. Oh, they're all a bit crooked. That one's very crooked. No, not that way, the other way. Nobody sends you a card, Sheila. That's not true. I send you lots of cards. They're just in your boxes, so you don't, I guess you don't see them as being sent to you, but they're in your boxes. You always get cards if you do something. And it's your birthday or whatever. There we go. Look at that. I like that. What do you think of that? Nice, simple thank you card. What you need to do, Sheila, is you need to, don't put your address on here, Sheila. Message it to Jane separately, but don't put it on here because it's public. So please don't do that. But yeah, I think you just need to send your friends packs of cards that you've made as Christmas presents with a little wish inside saying, I hope I get some of these back. Just as sort of like a casual reminder that maybe they could send you a card back again. Anyway, what do you think of that one? Swirly Birds meets Coming Home. Very simple. Very simple. No die cutting. Just very, very simple. Alrighty, next up, we're going to... I've got loads of stuff here. Loads and loads of stuff. Right, let's have a look at my next set of stash. Right, okay, so we could do some with, so I've got blues, which Marilyn thinks is too Christmassy, on the back of which I've got houses, but they have got wreaths on them, so that would count as Christmassy. I've got one that's just red. That's quite nice. Very easy for a new home card. Yeah. Yeah. Which you could have. Is that the one thing that we're missing? Well, I kind of think that it's your day so that you've moved in on something like that, or today is all about you, or that's why I did the so happy for you and also slightly jealous. But you could just do the so happy for you and leave off the and also so jealous, and then it could be like a moving house card and stuff. That seems to be a bit wide, Pip. Yes, you haven't chopped that, have you? The right size. That's silly. Let's make that a 10. That needs to be a 10. There we go. That's so lovely, Jane. See, Jane's in the whole... Jane, we're all doing... This week is send a card week, so really we should all be sending cards. So, and I will be sending out cards to people. So, let's have a look. How about that side? Is that a bit less Christmassy? I know the colour, I know it's still red, but it's a little bit. Oh, there you go. Yeah, could actually use these to make something to put in a frame. Yes, you could, Marilyn. That would be lovely for your new home. That's a good. So you're moving this way. You must let me know your address when you get there. Okay, so now we can move up a step. Now, if I put one of those on, it's going to chop out most of the bits and make it. I think, funnily enough, I think actually having just bits of red dots around it makes it more Christmassy rather than less. So I'm going to go for a smaller piece of Whisper white cardstock. So let's chop a piece. Oh, good luck at the hospital, Sheila. Yes, you could do it to let people know that it's your new address with a tag. That's also a good idea. Oh, look at you guys coming out with all these great ideas today. It's nice to have you here as well, Jane. I didn't see you pop on there until you said something to Sheila, so nice to see you. Right, I'm just going to do a 10x8 because this is a nice size to fit in the middle of your card. It won't fit the big swirly frame, but it will fit one of the houses. So again, I'm working on the premise that this is for... Oh, thank you. I'm glad I'm on your list. That's cool. But this would work again for someone who doesn't have a die cutting machine. I know, they're all waiting for the mini to come out, you know, so which is fair enough. If you're starting out, the mini is the best one to go for, I think, don't you? So we'll pop that on there, and then we're going to put this onto a Whisper white card base this time. So we'll have a whole red and white theme going on, which for some reason reminds me of Greece. I don't know why, because it should be pink, but anyway, there we go. So we'll put that on there. Then we can have a little bit of the ribbon. Might do the pool party sheer ribbon just to change it up a little bit. Oh no, that doesn't show up very well. Let's do the real red one. That's better. That still shows up. And again, doesn't have to be Christmas. And then we'll do a little sentiment down the bottom, and then that's cool. So again, we're going to do, let's do the other house. Where's the other house? Here we go. Let's just do this one. So I thought I'd show you some really simple stamping, because we love our simple stamping challenges and stuff. At Stampin' Up. Always love a little bit of challenge. Now, I wonder, no, just think I might do something with a tree, so I might just do it off centre. I know, radical. A little bit off centre like that. Okay, not too crooked. And then I need to clean some stamps. I need to clean my stamps. Bear with me one moment. My chamois is dry, so I need to get my scrub out. Love my scrub. Who's got one of these? Who thinks this is the best thing since sliced bread? I sold another one of these the other week. Somebody hadn't got one. Couldn't believe it. Oh, you need a scrub. Wet and dry. Wash and go. That's my motto. Right, that's that all done. Now, what I want to do is I want to put a tree on. Did I do that one? No. Of all the ones I didn't do. Oh yes, Bev, I think it was you. Yeah. Oh yes, gingerbread house, kind of, but I also think sort of chalet, you know. In Norway, if you've ever been to Norway, or if you ever go to Norway, they have the most amazing houses that look like this. I have a friend who lives in Norway, or used to live in Norway, and when I went over there, all of the houses looked quite a lot like that. I'm guessing they probably look like that in the continent quite a lot. Steep slopes for the snow that they have to put up with. Now for this I could add a brown for the tree actually. Oh, I've just switched the light off. Oh, is that better or worse? Is it better with? No, that's better. You're too stingy with your spray. Don't be stingy, it lasts forever. It lasts a really long time. You only need you need about 4 or 5 spritzes, I'd say, for a good scrub. There's the tree. Bit of early espresso there. And then I think I'm going to go back in and use my little stars with some old olive and make them the leaves. It is false economy because then you just get dirty stamps and then you're like, oh, my stamping's all mushy. It's like, yeah, because you've not cleaned your stamps. Okay, so here we go. Put a little bit of green hanging down there. It's a bit more green over here. Put in the middle. There we go. So now our tree's got leaves. Actually, that looks, yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. I might turn it around and do some low-hanging leaves like that. There we go. So now it's not stars. Yeah. Oh, look, see, that's true love from Mother. To allow you to use her Stampin' Up spray refill mist. That's got to be true love. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And then I'm thinking, this one doesn't have a chimney, does it? So that's no help to me. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's colour it in. Let's do some different colours. I almost feel like I want to do some blue around the top. Do you know? Could do like a big bow around the top of that. I don't know. Let's do some different colours just for Marilyn so it doesn't look too Christmassy. So let's do some smoky slate for the roof. How's that for the boards? And then maybe a brown roof to go with the tree. And this one I've only got one of the smoky slates out. So, hey, Sandy's here. Hi, Sandy. Nice to see you. There we go. Lisa Jane, if you're still on, how's everything going? How's your mum? Is she alright? Are you alright? I was thinking about you over the weekend. As you do. There we go. Oh, I quite like that grey. That's quite a nice grey. Then we're going to do a nice... Shall we paint the house? I quite like a white house though, I have to say. Maybe we should do the house colour. I was going to do the Dora colour. Let's do the Dora colour. So this is dark pool party. I could always make the house blue, like really blue. Misty Moon light blue. Or yellow, but then that, no, I've got that for the windows really. Although they don't have to be coloured in the windows, you could just leave them blank. But I sort of feel like they need to be coloured in. I'm going to give it a cinnamon cider roof because I don't have any early espresso with me. So we'll do that. There we go. Not a single bit of red in sight, despite the fact we're using red all the way around the back. Could make the house red. What do we think? Should we make the house red? That's a possibility. I don't know. That might make it a bit more gingerbready though, mightn't it, really? I think we're going to pop it on here like that. And then tie a bow in it, I think. Oh, that's, at least she's, yeah, okay, that's okay. No, not red. Yes, okay. I agree. I'm kind of thinking whether I want it up or down or whether I just chop it off. Maybe I just put the sentiment straight on there. That's risky. Risky stamping straight on, but I can always cover it up if it goes wrong. That's my motto. Okay, let's use I know, we'll do this. What about the windows? Well, I don't know whether I should leave make them red or leave them doing yellow. I was thinking maybe I'd leave them plain. So like they as if like there's nothing, that there's no light on. What do you think? Is that too plain? Do you think that's too plain? They need to be yellow. Yellow, okay. Let's do them yellow then. I can do, maybe we just do the downstairs ones yellow. Make it a little brighter. Like that. The thing is then when you do that, I feel like you should do this one and then probably that one, because otherwise it's going to look a bit weird, isn't it? Now I have seen people turn this into a church by just putting a cross on top of it. which I thought was quite clever, and colouring the different panes in different colours. I'm like, that's quite clever, turning that into a church. That's quite nice. I like that idea. Or the big one, like this massive one. You can turn that into a church with a cross on top. But this one goes better, I think, for that. There's no one home. I know. Oh, suddenly makes it cosy. Okay, you like that? Okay, good. Yeah, I think it does make it a bit cosy. So I would like to add, if I've got some here. I've got some here. What's that? What's really red? I've got some old olive somewhere. Somewhere. Keep talking amongst yourselves for a minute. Here we go, old olive. Don't know what I've done with my scraps, but I've got a full set, so we'll go full set. I think I'll probably border this one. So that was what, 8 by 10? Yeah, I'll do an 8.5 by 10.5. So 10.5 is always half a sheet of cardstock, so I would always start with that. Then that way you've always got half a sheet left to make a card base out of. And then 8.5 is this way to go around the outside. Oh, maybe I should have done pool party. Pool party would have been better because we've got really no green other than the thingy. Have I got any pool party with me? Of course I have. Of course I have, because I've always got my mixed packs here. So in here, this is my Subtles mixed pack. So of course there's going to be a piece of pool party in there. Excellent. There we go. I think pool party would look better. Let's do that. Right. You can use that. Don't worry, they will not ever go to waste. Right. So 10.5. By 8.5. That's what we said, didn't it? Yeah, I think so. Okay. And then after this, I'm going to do a more complicated one. For those of you out there who do have die cutting machines and are going, come on Pip, get on with it. Right, so see, that looks better, doesn't it? And not at all Christmassy, I think. You spotted that, did you, Marilyn? Yes, it is. If you follow that link, just make sure that you put me as your demonstrator when you order. Otherwise, you can just go onto my shop now button here on Facebook and it'll take you straight through to my link. And yes, it is indeed 15% off this pack of paper. In fact, there's loads of papers that we fit. I didn't tell you that at the beginning, did I? I'm so awful at this whole selling lark. I'm not really. I'm good at it in emails. I just keep forgetting to tell you it when we're here face to face. Ah, yes, there's a sale on, in case you were interested. And you can order, I want to wrap that all the way. You can order lots of different designer series paper, this one, but lots of others as well. And it is 15% off, a whole bunch of them. Christmas ones, but also annual catalogue ones. So what's my favourite annual catalogue one that's in the sale? Oh, Whale of a Time. Whale of a Time papers are in the catalogue sale. And Artistry Blooms, my other second favourite. Love that. You know, the ombre one we did with the zebras? And all the funky colours. Oh, love that. Love that. Okay, we'll put this one on flat 2. So, but thanks for pointing that out, Marilyn, because, you know, I'd forgotten to say that. So, because I hadn't written my board. I must write my crown. So I'm going to put that up there like that. Like so. See, I don't think that looks too Christmassy. And then if you're feeling in the mood, you can do a wrapped bow. So you wrap it around the inside. This only works if you do my tent folding though. And then you can either tie a knot or do a bow. But you know me, what's it going to be? It's going to be a bow, isn't it? Right? I don't know whether I actually like this yet, so it might come back off again. There we go. Ta-da! What do we think? Oh, I'm getting lots of hearts coming up now. Oh, cool. Okay, you like the bow then? Yeah, I kind of like the bow. I think that's pretty good too. Okay, so we'll whop that off that end. Hey, Victoria, how are you? Whop that off that end. yeah, that finishes it off nicely. Now it's a little wobbly because it's going all the way around the card, so glue dot time. Here's my tape and pick. What have I done with that now? Oh, there it is. Swap out your ends. For this one, you can use a spatula, but I find this one is easiest. And then just lift off and pop underneath. There we go, like so. That's it, done. Well, that's those two. That was good. Now I've done some prep work. I know, which is more than I'd done for Saturday. Well, I'd done a little bit of prep work for Saturday, but not masses. Because, you know, I'm so used to creating on the fly that I find I create better sometimes when I'm not. I don't know, I just find sometimes I just work better. But you love that one. Yeah, it's good. It's good, isn't it? I do like that one. And see, using the little stars for the tree, for the little leaves on the tree. Cute. Just there. Doesn't look like stars anymore. Suddenly it looks like leaves. So we've got those two. Now, over the weekend, we did this one with Jean. So I've been busy. This is what I was doing. For those of you who stayed or waited until the end of everything on Saturday, you will have seen me colouring a whole sheet of stuff. Yeah, well, here they all are. So I've cut out a whole bunch of different things. So I decided to go different shapes, some scallop circles in red. Well, it's Poppy Parade. Some of these shapes because I thought, well, why not? Loads of circles like we did, and then loads and loads of houses and trees. Now mine slipped a little bit, or I didn't line it up properly when I put it in my die cutting machine in my Duchess. So I'm going to show you what I do when that happens. I just trim off. Is this two together? Oh, I've got two together. Rats. And this one was perfect, of course. It didn't need trimming. I'll leave that, see if I can hide that. So I just trim off. Yeah, I thought it felt a bit thick. Trim off the extras. And then no one's going to know, because it's a nice symmetrical shape. So it looks fine again. Do you know what I mean? So if you ever have that on something like this, where you can do it, some of them you can't do it on, but where you can do it, then I haven't lost a tree, which I spent ages colouring. So you don't want to lose the tree that you spent ages colouring. So now we have houses, we have different houses, lots of different shapes, lots of different colours. I even did a diddy one because I thought that was good. Missed the stars at the time. Clever, good. Find it really hard to line up the new dies. Really? Okay, the thing is, you have to match it exactly to the image. So whereas before you had the white line around the outside that you could see, and the die sort of sat like that, now the die has to sit on the edges. So what I do is, if I'm doing something like a tree, I match the tip here, one here, and one here. So I do like 3 points of contact. And if you've got 3 points of contact, it will help you with the lining up. And yes, the magnetic plate is good unless you've got tiny dies, when sometimes they do jump a little bit, except not on the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss magnetic sheet. I can tell you for sure they do not move. They're brilliant. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of replicate what we did with Jean, but with some of my own pieces. So come on, here we go. Just need some more card bases out. So this one needs a score. I'm going to put Pool Party and Misty Moonlight together because I think they look beautiful together, and I think they'll work nicely with this. So I'm not doing the embossed background piece. I'm going straight on with papers, and then the circles or the white circle, whichever. Actually the white one would look nice on this. And then the house, oh, that needs finishing off. The house, there we go, and some trees. So we have a big tree, and we have a little tree at the back somewhere there, and then another little tree. No, another big tree, something like that. There we go. No, it was a little tree. I thought it was a little tree. I cut loads of little trees, so I hope it is. There we go, like that. But we had a bit around the middle, which I also really liked. And that is made up of, where have I put it? Some of the designer series paper, but chopped different sizes. Where's it gone? We had a piece and now it's disappeared. Oh, I put it back in here, that's silly. So like some of this. Now, because Jeanne used a small piece, you could only see that little bit behind because she had it on top of the embossed layer. I wanted to make mine a little bit bigger, so I'm using a full piece, well not a full piece because I've chopped a bit off of it, but I'm going to cut that down to 10 and then chop it down from there. Do you see what I mean? So we'll do 10, and I have got some that are 9.5, but we'll do, yeah. So Jane, if they still move on the magnetic plate, it could be because they're too small and they're jumping because they're too small, and that is the only problem with the magnetic plate. Sometimes the small ones jump. If on the other hand you have got a big die and you still can't line it up, then try the 3 points of contact that I said, because that might help. And you have to get all of the lines inside. If you have any of them outside, then it won't line up. Now, I've got the red there. Kind of thinking maybe I should have done something with Pool Party, but never mind, we've got the red there now. I might put some Pool Party ribbon around it, because I think if I do the two, yeah, we'll do two. So Jeanne did this whole thing where you stick your ribbon down the back and then you tie it around the front, and I liked that. I'm always happy to learn from my team, but I'm not going to bother sticking it down because I'm a bit lazy like that. I'm just going to might do a little bit underneath actually, saying that it is moving quite a lot. So you put a bit of sticky down here like so, you attach your two like so, there we go. You leave yourself a long bit. My ribbon's going to tie about there, so that's about okay for me. Might be a bit short for other people. Just, I know. You'll get there. Practice. It's just practice. Oh, they're not moving. It's just you can't aim straight. Okay, fair enough. Well, in that case, try the 3 points then. And also, it's just about getting your eye in. You know, the more you do, and the more you try those 3 points, you'll start to see which ones are working for you and which ones are not working for you. And then sometimes you even have to have a look on those old dies and see, well, is it me or is it the fact that the die actually isn't straight? Because sometimes that can happen in the manufacturing process, and it can be bigger on one side of the die than it is on the other. So don't always jump to the conclusion that it is you were at fault. If you get a new die that cuts weirdly, then always look for the fact that it might actually be a manufacturing fault and not your issue at all. So, and if it is, then you get in touch with me and we send it back to Stampin' Up. Okay, so I'm just popping that down there. All that glue is going to hold those ribbons nicely in the back. Now I have enough here to do my bow. So I always do my bows upside down. I don't really know why. Just got into the habit of it, I guess. There we go. And I think putting 2 of these on was definitely the right thing. You could even push one of those underneath there. Come on. And then tie these 2 together so it's a bit more obvious that it's Pool Party. Because against the red it is quite light until you get masses of it together, and then suddenly, aha, it's Pool Party. Okay, and then we will just chop There we go. And then this is going to go on here like so. It's going to be nice. If you need to move your ribbon, you need to just move your actual bow rather than your ribbon, because your ribbon's attached, so just remember that. Pop that down there. Dimensionals. Usually you're wonky eye as well, Bev. I know, it's, well, you saw on mine, either it moved or I was wonky. It's entirely possible to be wonky. Sometimes I do things and I go, what on earth happened there? But, you know, it's just a bit of paper. Stamp it, do it again. Because sometimes that's just the only thing to do. Okay. All right, so then this is going on here. Like so. And then we can stick our little tree on that side, tree on this side a bit higher. Notice I'm sticking the glue to that so that I can overhang my tree if I need to, like so. This one I'm just going to pop on there. And also trees are a bit tricky to kind of, you know, glue when they're that tiny. You don't want to get glue over your fingers. This one's not so bad, but the others are a bit tiny. And that sort of went over there. And then this is going to go on the front here with some dimensionals on the back. That's looking good. I love the layout. I think it's great. So with the houses, I think it looks really nice. So there we go. No soggy houses in my house. And then again, you could make this into a Christmas one. You could make it into a thank you one. I mean, the trees kind of make it look more Christmassy, I'll have to admit. So I might just leave that one and see. I might put a little, oh, that's too small. There's my big one. There we go. But it's pretty in blue, isn't it? Pretty in blue and pool party. I like that. I'm going to put a little, I love the little beetle car. I think the little beetle car's fab. And so this would then just be a normal card. It doesn't have to be a Christmas card. And you don't even have to, dare I say it, colour it in. Could just stamp it in the blue. So a bit of Misty Moonlight card. And no colouring in works just as good. And if you wanted to, you could have them going all the way across the bottom, but I like just the one. And again, this could be a moving card or anything. So we'll put that on. Like so. Oops. Got our inners going. Okay. Nice, huh? Pretty. What do you think? We like that one too? Now, how about if we change direction? How about if we go the other way and do a card that folds this way? See what we can do with this. Because I love a challenge. Thanks, Bev. It's pretty. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa Jane. Right, so that's that. So now let's set that aside. How about if we do something with red, green. Now, what have we got here? Oh, I should have done my trees that way, but never mind. I've got this green, which kind of works as well. Could do a green on green, or I could do a Misty Moonlight. Let's do a Misty Moonlight. This is a big Misty Moonlight, isn't it? Or is it? Oh no, hang on. What's this? Oh, that's not a card base. Hold on. Oh, who's that? I like that. That's a lovely avatar. Who's that? I can't see who it is because you've gone off my comments. Hold on, see if I can pull you down a bit. Marilyn. Hey. Oh, I like that. That's fab. Okay, this is not quite a card base, so let's make that a card base. It's a little bit long, I could tell. Now, let's do this. Right, that's better. So now that should fit. So we can do green with that. Then I quite like the idea of like one of these fits nicely on here, or one of these big circles is also good. Then we can have, we've got lots of houses to match that. So I've got a matching house. We can do a couple of little trees, not a big tree for this I think, just maybe a couple of little trees for this one. And then some sheer red going behind. Yep. See how quick and easy it is? You can put these cards together once you've got some pieces to play with. So I do recommend, you know, you could die cut out or cut out the cars. The lovely little car would be great to add onto these cards. Somebody who's, I mean, the little car would work for someone who's just passed the driving test. So you can really start to think a little bit outside the box when working with these. And if you want to get all smushy, and Dorby, Jay showed a nice card on Saturday evening, when he did a bit of sponging on the edge of his card, or the edge of the Misty Moonlight. And I think Jane Harry also put one up in the World Card Making Day that she'd smudged all the edges. And that's case from the catalogue, because there's one in the catalogue that looks like that. So, you know, lots of things you can do with this stamp set. So, if you love it, buy it. And then I'll put your name into a drawer anyway, and if you've already bought it, you'll get something else. But if you're not sure, but you'll take it if you win it, then put your name into the drawer by spending over 50, and you never know, you might get your name pulled out. That would be fun. I'm going to lift this with dimensionals going around. You can tell a little bit more when it's on the blue that it's not Poppy Parade, but you know, I think not enough to worry about. But it does deepen it. It's so interesting when you put, you know, colours, ribbons from one colour on another colour and see how they change. I find it fascinating. Okay, pop that on there. Then we're going to put two little trees, one on either side, so one there and one sort of there-ish. Sort of there-ish. I like them when they stick over the edge just a smidgy. Slightly different heights, like so. And then we will put this. How long have I been going for? You've been getting me yakking on forever here. Just suddenly thought I've got to go soon, because I've got to get ready for packing and prepping. I kind of want to do another. No, I'm going to do it. I feel much happier when that's done. There we go. Probably didn't need that many if I'd reorganised how they were going to go on, but there you go. Such is life. Then I'm going to drop the house down a little bit like that. Then I'm going to stamp my thank you again. Where is it? Here it is. What did that have on it last time? Red. That'll do. Oh no, I might want to make it green. Actually, let's make that green. Get my scrub. Some people on Saturday were a bit stingy with their dimensionals. I know, Jane. It's, you know, it's, you gotta be no soggy middles. I know people are like, oh, but I'm going to use a whole sheet. It's just a sheet of dimensionals, and I'd much rather my card got there safe and sound with no issues than it turned up and it was looking a bit naff, which is a technical term. Hey, see, I got hearts. Some of you agree with me. That's cool. Right, so thanks is going on here. I've just walloped the end off of that because it had something funny going on the other side. And then I'm going to stick it like this and stick it like this, because it does, it's so helpful to not have to worry about having straight edges sometimes. Oh dear. And it also means that you can stick it behind things, under things. Oh look, see, that looks nice like that, doesn't it? I like that. So we'll put some dimensionals in there. Every time I use my dimensions, I think of Pip. Use more. Soggy bottoms, yeah, exactly. Or soggy middles, as I call it. But yeah, it's the same thing. Don't want any saggy middles, soggy bottoms, soggy middles, whatever. I don't care what you remember it as, Marilyn, as long as you remember and make it nice for your people who you get your cards. And then you can just tuck it under. There we go. Like so. Make sure it's kind of straight with the ribbon. Might have to move that one down a bit. There we go. See, that's cool too. And then we could put some little sparkles on there for the sky. I need a few sparkles on this one. I didn't put any sparkles on this one. Maybe we should sparkle them both while we're at it. Let's put the lid on the glue. Let's put the lid on the seal. Right. While we're done with it, I'll put it away. Right, here we go. So we can put a little one up. We can put a little one underneath the thanks. It looks a bit, what's that look like? Yeah, looks actually okay. So we'll do that. And we can put one maybe on the door. That's part of the handle. Quite like that idea. And then we can stick some in the sky. 2, 3. There we go. So that's that one. Then we'll put some more on here. This one can have one up there. One there. One there. There we go. So this one needs an inner. We can just do a plain inner because it's a thank you card. So we don't necessarily need to put anything inside. Although I quite like the idea of doing that little, I might just do the little, I'm fascinated with this tiny little lamppost. Outside the box you could do a house scene and then put some fireworks. Yes, absolutely. Those stars would easily do fireworks if you put them in gold embossed or silver embossed or copper. That would be fireworks. That's what I mean. When you start thinking about this stamp set, you suddenly think, oh, okay, yeah, there's quite a lot I can do with this actually. It's far, far more versatile than would spring to mind originally. Don't have a green lamppost. Well, although it could be ghostly. You could have green fog coming out of the lamppost for Halloween. You know, if you're into that kind of stuff, you could do little bats around the house. You could do all kinds of things. There's just a lot of options, I think, for this. So, there we go. So, well, we've not done bad today, have we? I don't know how many I've made. How many have I made? I've been busy. I haven't been counting. But we need to give some of these away. So I need you to all just say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. So I can get all your names down. And then we'll start giving some cards away. Sending them out. I can see Angela. I can see Bev. I can see Margaret. I can see Jan. And I know that Marilyn's on. And Jane was on a minute ago. But I don't know who else. And the other Jane was on a minute ago, but I don't know if she's still here. So I'm going to start writing. Ange. Yeah, there we go. Ange. Marilyn. She just wrote something. And then I can see Margaret. And I can see Bev. And I can see Jan B. But I can't see anybody else. Jane is still on. Leslie's still on. Excellent. Okay. And Lisa Jane's still on. Is your card arrived yet, Lisa Jane? Actually, it's probably a bit early. It only went, what, the other week? 2 weeks ago, maybe? It'd be interesting to see how long it takes to get to you. I doubt it's there yet. Sorry, I just had another swig of tea. Right, so as you can see, I'm going to be doing a little bit more card making this afternoon, finishing off all of those, but I think this is a good start for today because, you know, I've been... Thanks, Jan. Yes, Jan, I've got you on my list. You're safe. You're on there. That's cool. You've all been very patient waiting and staying with me to the end. And I know you probably would be okay if I carried on, but I do have to get ready. I've got I've got a lot of packing. I've got to clear my desk, clear my table, and get ready for some packing this afternoon. So let's have a look what we did. So we did swirly frames, which I still think is genius to match those two together. Not yet, Lisa Jane. Okay, well, hopefully it'll come soon. So then we started with this one, which is really simple. Very simple, plain stamping with some swirly birds and a bit of colouring. Can't really get much more simple stamping than that. And then we ended up with this one next as a non-Christmas card, especially for Marilyn, which I think came out nice. Actually, it's probably one of my favourites, that one. Then we moved on to, here's another version of the card that Jean did on Saturday with a car inside. And then we finished off with this one as a thank you with a lamppost inside. I do like that lamppost. Where did we put the other lamppost? Oh, we put that one in here. You're just so fabulous. So there you go. So I think, I don't know, I'm gonna put all of these. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put all of these and the ones I made on Saturday into a hat, and I'll just pull out a couple of winners. So I'll do a winner for who's on here now and watching till the end, and I'll do a winner like I did before on the people who comment, who are on replay, because you know some people are at work and can't necessarily stay for more than their half-hour lunch break and stuff like that, so I don't want to miss those guys out. So if you comment on here before Wednesday, then I'll pick you out and I'll tell you on next Monday's live who you were. Okay, and so now I just need to go and do my little razzmatazzy who's in the random draw, so bear with me a moment while I come off of that and come to my random name picker. Oh no, that's not the one I normally go to. No. Bear with, I'm getting there. Random, there we go. Here we are. So right, so I'm going to put numbers because it's easier. So, and you're number 1, Marilyn, you're number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got down to as far as. So we'll just, I think last time I had 10. So we're going to just whip off a, oh come on, why can't that move? Ugh. Right. 8. There we go. Pick a random number. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? And the winner is number 7. 7? Who's excited about Strictly coming back? Me. That's who. Absolutely, I'm excited about Strictly coming back. So number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leslie. Yay! So Leslie, you're going to get one of these cards. I'm going to pick it out from random, and I'll send you one of these cards, and then I'll pick another one in the week from everyone who's commented. So anyone who's commented will go back into the draw again, so you'll all get another chance, except Leslie, because you've already won. And then I'll pick a card, any card, and I'll send another one out, and then I'll let you know who it's gone to next week. Alrighty, look, have a lovely week. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you do like this stamp set and enjoy it if you have it already, or buy it or win it. You never know. Your lucky number, Leslie. Yeah, number 7. So have a great week. I will see you next week when we'll be playing with, I don't know what we'll be playing with next week. It'll be something. Oh, thanks, Leslie. Cheers, Bev, and thanks everybody for watching. Have a great week. At least the sun's out now. Let's hope it stays a bit longer, and I'll be back to you soon. Alrighty, take care, ladies. Cheers, bye.